My name is Ieva, and I run a perfume review channel called Smellomania, where I draw perfumes. I must admit that for this piece, I was inspired by a very random book I discovered recently. It was called Perfume Bottle Design. Is everybody else seeing a croissant? Is this a very clever joke? Okay, I don't literally draw perfume bottles. However, just a few days ago, I actually drew 5 for my new banner. Which one do you like best? Which one would you buy blindly? The pond with the frogs? The little cute angel one? Maybe a storm in a bottle? Or perhaps a smoky desert camel ride experience? Or your grandma's carrot harvest? Let me know. But in reality, I sketch whatever comes to my mind after living with the fragrance for a whole week. I like to take my time with each creation. I give it time to grow on me, whether it's a unisex fragrance or something targeted towards women or men. How do I even have the guts to actually review other people's liquid creations without any special training in olfactory arts and perfumery in general? Not even a personal collection of at least 20 perfume bottles? No daily visits to my local boutiques to smell and memorize every flask on the shelf? Well, I just have a semi-sensitive nose, semi-okay art skills, and a burning desire to smell all the perfumes in the world and then capture my impressions on paper. I dream of creating a massive visual dictionary for the only thing that just can't be put on paper, the sense of smell. Just like the Braille system for visually impaired, such collection of draw references for perfumes could bring everyone closer to that peculiar and, let's be honest, quite expensive world of modern perfumery. I dream to create a huge perfume dictionary for those who don't have the opportunity to experience and smell everything. So, instead, you could look at all the olfactory creations which piqued your interest and then decide if you wanted to get a sample and is that fragrance even for you. Now imagine you're sitting in a huge concert hall, listening to a magnificent orchestra playing some classical music piece. What do you hear? Can you tell apart every single instrument? Well, I definitely cannot. And even if I could, would that be fair to everyone playing their notes out there in heavenly harmony? I have always believed that the author wanted us to hear his creation as a whole, unfragmented, unsliced, and undiced. Not just as a bunch of notes. The same goes with perfumes. I wanted to approach smells just like a work of art, not like something whose fate could be decided by one sniff at a busy perfume store, crowded with strangers, and while being in a rush. I just love it when you can buy a sample or a discovery set from the official seller. In my opinion, that's one of the best marketing strategies a perfume brand can apply. A bestseller set, a mix and match box, even single perfume samples, as long as they're official and can be bought for a few bucks, I'll be definitely checking out the brand. However, I decided to avoid decants as one can never be sure of its contents. I try not to critique the perfumes and never call a certain creation bad or not worth the money. I let you be the judge of that. I just draw what comes to my head. I guess you'll never see a video on my channel called 10 perfumes you should throw out immediately. Maybe they're your favorite ones. During that 1 week in which I test every single perfume of choice, I try to imagine that I had bought a whole bottle for myself. Why did I do that? Which aspect made me fall in love with it? I try not to look at the perfume notes on Fragrantica or official pages. I notice that it impacts my opinion too much. If it says that the perfume is all about peaches, I'll start smelling peaches and only them and nothing else. But previously, when blind testing, I would have a lot more exciting associations. I'm not the one to tell you whether the rose I'm smelling is Turkish or Bulgarian or Japanese or sweet or dry or whatnot. I'm not like that fancy wine taster who can guess the date and the region and even the name of the person who harvested the grapes. I try to pay the least attention to the notes. Do you think a perfumer wants you to pay attention to the notes? The quality of the ingredients used? Yes, of course. But not the notes themselves. All of them want to tell us a story. Sometimes the story is greater and more sophisticated than the perfume is, but nevertheless, they all had the vision. I want to be the one who deciphers it, in my own way sometimes. I'm just an artist who is almost illegally attracted to perfumes, and I just get inspired by them. I want you to see what I see. Have a laugh, relax, and explore. Currently, I mainly focus on reviewing niche, indie, artisan brands while giving the designer fragrances a bit less attention. They already are madly popular, right? So why not explore something that's less well known? Besides, niche perfumes usually are a lot more exciting for me to interpret. I just love getting inspired to draw or paint something while sniffing a madly odd scent. Sometimes my drawings may get a bit wonky. But thank you so much for being with me on this wild journey. See you on the other one. The next week, it will be a review of a perfume which greatly surprised me. Bye.